got a couple of lengths of wood. Got two of these. This is probably the worst one, I guess. It's got a hole here that seems to be going through. Some sort of sap. Don't know where that'll go. So we'll have a go at milling that. The other one of those, which is currently on my table. And I got a long piece of, I don't know what it is. Like, the guy called it Tassie oak, so I could possibly get 2 necks out of that as well, just to see how this goes, see how my sample goes. So I'll get onto neck version number 3 out of this, and we'll see what comes up. If anyone knows what sort of wood this is, I've got no idea. Then yeah, that'd be good to know. Okay, next test neck. I've used a new centering program. I've centered the bit to the middle of this bolt. I've touched off this side, and found the middle, and then those two sides, so I should be dead middle of that. So when I flip the job over, everything all lines up. Got my large bit in there. So we're going to do a rough cut and clear out all this. This is just another piece of wood that I picked up. It's not the one that I'm going to use on the finished guitar, but this one at least will have a decent finish without any holes in it. So I'll get the machine started and we'll do a roughing cut. Rough cut is done. Took a corner out here, which is a little annoying. If I do choose to use it, I guess it'll be on the underside of the guitar, but that's annoying. There we go. Next I'll do either the hole cuts, I'll cut the holes here, and the 6 holes here, and then I'll do the finish cut. So, onwards we go. Just hit the pause button here. What I'm doing is the holes. Now the head is on a 4-degree angle, so it can't do the holes properly. But if I do them from both sides, it works out just fine. So just due to the angle of the hole being sort of on a 4-degree angle, it can't mill the hole properly. But if I come from both sides, it'll be fine. So I've done this one already. I've only milled down to where the top of the bolt would be there. So we'll just push continue here. So I've only got it milling to where the other side of the hole would actually be. So I'm just using a 1/8 inch bit. It's a flat bit. It's a 2 flute bit also. And then what I thought I'd do here is I just finish up, just get this bit in here flat, because I used a 1/4 inch bit. It won't get quite into the corner there, so I just thought I'd redo this bit. Looks like the zeroing here might have been a smidgen lower. It's just putting a line across there. Whether or not I need to do this on the final one, I'm not sure. So here I'm just roughing out the truss rod cavity, and I roughed out the hole for the bolt. And just started the finishing cut. This is all the roughing. The holes here are just on the other side, so it'll redo those holes, finish them off. And I'm also asking you to rough this section here, to finish this section here again. I'll change the order next time, because it did take away some of this section here. We won't use the big bit, we'll use this little bit to finish on the final neck. Holes next to the truss rod, I'm not sure. Yep, done. Truss rod cavity. This neck might be a perfectly usable neck in the end. Everything seems to have gone. I've got a few little bits missing here and there, but they shouldn't affect the function of it any, and they should all be hidden under the pick guard plate. The only little error at the minute is just this little corner taken out here. And on the other side, which you won't see anyway. I don't know what this wood is. It's just a piece of old wood I got from the second-hand place. Doing the holes on this side, so this should give me a nice shaped hole. Takes into account the angle. They were pre-drilled. Stopping just a few mils short of the other side by the looks of it. Hopefully those will be the right size to fit the machine heads without any extra drilling. I'll take the opportunity to put some holes here, so I'm just going to put a bit of timber in here just to key the fretboard in. So we'll just do the other one at each end, should be sufficient, I think. Okay. Here's the 3 necks I've cut so far, all with various issues. First one was way out of alignment, test neck number 1. Test neck number 2 worked better. However, I wasn't happy with the distance of these N2 holes. The machine heads were almost touching on the back, so I moved them further apart and just made this little bit here wider as well. It just seemed to curve in, I thought, a little bit too much, so I've just made it a smidgen wider there. Yeah, that was version number 2, and again I had a weird shaped neck there. I was trying something else, but apart from that, it worked out quite well. Various volutes there, iterations that I've gone through, and then the final neck I finished cutting yesterday. Again, just a test neck. The timber's really nice. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's turned out quite nice. So I think I'm on a different version volute there again. I think I extended it down a little bit further to come down between the machine heads. Made the end pots a bit wider. This time I think I've gone a bit smidge too wide, and this is just a bit too far over this way. I mean, just to my eye, it just looks, the plastic pearl heads there are not quite aligned. That last one sticks out a bit, so I've moved it smidgen in. I think these holes will be 13 millimeters apart between the holes. I think these are 10, so it's still a little bit wider than these ones. Apart from that, everything worked out really nice on this one. So version number 4, I'm going to change the shape of the truss rod cavity. I'm going to, instead of making it a flat bottom on the bottom of the truss rod, just pop that out, which is what I've done here, just a flat base. This is a 6mm, it's got a 6mm rod that's circular through the bottom of the truss rod there, if you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. So I'm going to make the bottom of the truss rod cavity circular, 6mm to match, and then at half the circle it'll taper out to open. So it'll just be a little bit tighter, but that pushes in there nicely. It's nice and flush, and the bolt just drops in, fits in there nicely. And I changed the shape again here, so I think I've got it closer this time. Went from that shape to that shape to that shape. So hopefully I'm closer now. But apart from that, that neck's really quite nice. It's probably a functional neck, probably. And I put the little holes here that were supposed to be 2.7, but they're about 2.9. So those are the keys I'll just use for a little bit of dowel. Just pop it in the hole there, and I'll put the same thing on the other side of the fretboard to line up when I CNC that. Yeah, a few little chips came off here, but again, that'd all be hidden under the pick guard. So it's really, I'd say, a functional neck, really. Anyway, I've ordered a piece of wood from Queensland that is supplied by, I think, Australian Luthier Supplies for the next neck. So we'll use that for the final one, and hopefully I'll get a nice finished product that I'm happy with. This would have to be the most annoying sound there is. Oh, that's so annoying. High pitched. Doing another truss rod, this time with a round base. Just a test one, obviously. Another cavity. I had a flat base and the truss rod fit in there nicely, but it just seemed a bit loose in the bottom. So I put this new design in my drawing. However, rather than cutting a whole neck, I thought I'd just do a test neck in this side piece. Sorry, a test truss rod cavity. Using a ball nose bit, I've rounded the bottom to a 6mm half circle that then opens up at the top to, I think, 6.2mm, just a bit wider. Rather than having a square bottom. Also rounded in here, rounded a few edges over so as it fits in nicer. With any luck, we'll just be able to pop it straight in there and it'll be nice and snug and flush with the top. So we finished the cut. So this part down here is now rounded, and the entire length of here is rounded. So this was the test cut. You can see the truss rod, the shape of the truss rod itself is sort of rounded with a flat top there. If it gets on focus, there we go. So now this one sits there. It has absolutely no play in it whatsoever. It sits in the cavity there, it's super tight. Just pop it in. Pop in this end first. Squeeze it in. There we go. There we go. So that is one super tight truss rod. Not quite deep enough there. There we go, that's in. There's absolutely no play in that whatsoever. It's quite tight in there. Alright, so that's the final version I'll use on my neck.